I would say that wireless communications in general and mobile communications are a very fast developing field, so it's full of challenges. If I would pick up a couple of them, I would say one for sure is the phasing out of 2G and 3G networks. And this has been already announced by several operators around the world, but it is expected to bring some good things, for example, freeing up spectrum that can be used in other technologies, give the opportunities to operators to focus on a smaller number of different technologies, maybe promote virtualization. But on the other hand, there are still challenges related to 2G, 3G phase out. Because this will mean that we need to consider continuity of services offered over 2G and 3G coverage in rural areas offered and covered by 2G, and this means that it's not going to be an easy task, and this is something BEREC would look at in 2023 work program. The second challenge I would include would be still in 5G. Although 5G makes a lot of progress around the world, I still believe that we need to take advantage of the full potential of 5G, and this means that we need to reconsider the radio access network architecture and move from the standard approach of macro cells to a more densified architecture around micro and pico cells and maybe the use of millimeter wave spectrum. With regards to the future of telecoms regulators, this is quite an interesting topic. What we see today is that information and communication technologies converge, so the borderline between the I and the C of ICT is blurring. And this means that we have a lot of challenges to face also from the regulatory point of view. For example, we see the trend for cloudification, virtualization and softwareization of telecom networks, and the new dynamics in competition this trend brings, also reductions on the core network side, and all these changes will also affect regulation. On the other hand, we see digital services converging more and more with traditional electronic communication network and electronic communication services, and this also needs to be addressed by electronic communications regulators. DMA is one example, where this has to do with digital platforms, and BEREC is involved in the high-level group supporting European Commission for the implementation of DMA. And these days there is a lot of discussion around Europe with regards to DSA, the Digital Services Act, where electronic communications regulators will have an important role to play at national level. In most cases, NRAs will become the national coordinators for DSA. So I see a trend towards digital regulation and moving from traditional electronic communications regulation.